just wanted to ask you, like, I've been trying to look at your logo. Maybe there's central bank somewhere there. Maybe you put it there. Eh?
Not yet, but amen to that. If we have the central bank supporting the Nigerian child, I think it will be very fantastic. And this is an initiative that has to do with the youth. So I think we can call on everybody that have passion towards raising up the youth, supporting the girl child, supporting the future of young ones. Because this is a very unique thing we are trying to do. Something the government should be doing. We are trying to come in to do it. So I think everybody should support this. Well, we should support this. Maybe the government, private individuals. I think we should be glad to all put our hands into this sport to make these young people a better people in the future.
All right, one of the things that, just were there already, so let's just talk about it, the challenges. I just want to know, what are the challenges, running this type of initiative that it's like 3-in-1 initiative?
Yes, it's a 3-in-1, many-in-1 initiative.
Yes, because it keeps expanding.
Yes, it keeps on expanding because human needs, you cannot really satisfy it.
Yes.
But we have a lot of challenges. Though we are trying to conquer them, we have challenges with sport equipment, we have challenges with their educational fee sometimes because, you have to pay the school fee because they're also an institution that needs to be paid. So sometimes we have challenges with the parents because you have to go and negotiate.
Yeah.
A parent would prefer the girl child going to the market to go and sell for her, support her in hockey.
She does not understand. They are throwing balls.
Yeah, they'll be like, come on, she should go to the stadium. Sometimes we have to negotiate. Okay, sometimes we go extra mile to support the parents, their business, because you can't just, that's what puts food into their table. And you cannot go and tell a mother who doesn't have a husband, she's a widow, that she should release the girl child to come and play volleyball while she go and do that alone. So sometimes we have to go extra mile to support the business and say, okay, how often can you release this child? Let us just go into partnership. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Since the mother will like, oh, okay, since you said you pay the education, Abi, I said yes. Okay, okay, we can do maybe 4 times in a day, and then we negotiate. And sometimes, who knows, they don't even engage the child anymore, and they go on to release them to go to school and all that. So there are also stakeholders that we have to deal with. So that is part of our challenge, but we are conquering it. It's part of the initiative that we have to do. So those are just the challenges that we have to go through: their education, their welfare, the school fee stuff, and so many, the sports angle. We kit them also. Most of them cannot clothe themselves. So we have some clotheslines that bring clothes to them because they don't have anybody to fend for them. And if they're leaving all those odd jobs, some of them, there are jobs you won't even be happy about that you are doing. We have to pull them out of those jobs. That means because those jobs were giving them money before, so we have to fend for them so that they won't feel that impact. So I think those are the challenges we face in the initiative.
That's quite beautiful. I don't know if Coach would like to say anything about the challenges.
Yeah, for instance, I will speak for the sports area. I go to the field by 3 o'clock. We start training by exactly 3. Now, that is something that they are learning, keeping to time. But getting them now to understand that they should come to training by 3 o'clock and it's a must, that's a challenge. And each time they don't keep to the time, I have to punish them, irrespective of the care and the affection that I have for them. The love must be tough, not an easy one. The other challenge is when you have them working on them and all that, suddenly the competition is here. You have to do with just 12. So what happened to the rest? Calling them that day and say,
this is the team list
number. And they pass through the same rigor. Same training.
Yeah.
But now you're saying you're going with just 12. That's a challenge. Then the one other obvious challenge is, like I said, I'm retired. And sometimes they come to me and they said, Coach, I've not eaten. Coach, I have this need and that need and this need. There are days that the fun is there. We could just share. Yeah. Some days it's not there. What do? We have to sit them down, let them reason with us and make promises that we must try to keep. That's the big challenge. With kids, don't make promises that you can't keep.
They will remind you.
They will remind you. So, and you have to be careful how you go about making those promises. One other thing as well is, when the child comes, you have to notice everything about the child. Has she showered? She's a female. Sometimes she could be doing her monthly thing. Are you, the hygiene, are you okay? And you must understand that there's a way you will call them aside and tell them without making them feel uncomfortable.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you can keep them out of the scene. I have players now that are playing for the country.
Beautiful.
You see, their deodorants, she sponsor. Every 2 months, everybody has a roll-on, everybody has a. She said, you must smell good. That's working on their confidence. Most of her jerseys that she has worn for the country, she gives them out. Now that's encouraging. Telling them that you can equally wear this and you can always represent the country as much. And funny enough, they are not part of this initiative, but they came from such area where there was nobody at the initial stage. So that's why it was easy when she came, because I've been there already. So we were able to fuse in. So most of the challenges that we see as challenge, for me now, I think it's normal life.
That's quite beautiful, and of course when it comes, that's why, you know, she's appealing for, you know, well-meaning Nigerians who can help, you know, in any way you can support them, so that, you know, I think it's a beautiful initiative that they are giving life, you know, to the young ladies out there, making them, you know, as somebody, and that is quite beautiful. So if you want to support them, you can reach out to, you know, QAT, you know, volleyball initiative to do that. But just before we round this up, just like you said, the major goal is to, you know, give their life a meaning. And while doing so too, we're seeing some developments when it comes to the on-court action. In the next 5 years, where do you see, you know, the Queen Amina team volleyball initiative?
With regards to sports,
Yes.
with regards to volleyball,
Okay.
our aim is the Olympics. I won't lie to you. Yes. We said that from the beginning. We'll take them through the rudiments, but our aim is the Olympics. I want to be able to tell the world that you can do anything with the young people, starting from somewhere. You just need a structure, because they are always ready to work. They are always ready to explore. They are always ready to learn. So we can do that. And with regards to the other side, which is the welfare, the educational support, I would like to see Nigerian volleyball athletes well educated in many places. We should be able to see a medical doctor that is a volleyballer representing the country.
Beautiful.
So that is our aim. So we want to satisfy that area. It doesn't mean they are into sport, they will not go to school. We have so many coaches, so many athletes today. Once they get injury, that is all. It puts an end to that athlete's life. But it shouldn't be like that. There should be an all-rounder. The country should be able to provide education for all its citizens, regardless of any background, regardless of whatever you are into. So I would like to see our athletes like that in the next 5 years at the Olympics, and well educated and satisfactory. Yes, that's what we want to see.
That's quite beautiful. And of course, Kochi, your team, where do you see yourselves in the next 5 years?
5 years. Wow. She said Olympics, right? I completely agree with her. But at the same time, I want to see my players becoming coaches, raising up more players, working in agreement with what we have now, giving back to this initiative and to the society. And I equally want to see the confidence in my players when they become ministers, when they become presidents. And they can fall back and say, we thank QAT that God connected us with them at the early stage of our life. That's what I see.
That's quite beautiful. Before we go, there won't be volleyball, although there will be beach volleyball, there won't be indoor volleyball at the upcoming National Sports Festival. As a coach, how do you react to that?
Okay. From everything that we have said, that was beautiful, that people take it hook, line, sinker. They are telling us that these things are not supposed to be there. I think that's wrong. There could be personal interest on this issue, but the most important thing is how many people are we denying? That's what we should consider. Volleyball has been beautiful for the past 6 years. The president has been wonderful. He has created competitions, opportunity for these ones. He has built young players that represent Nigeria in both beach and indoor volleyball. Like I said, some of the players are my players. And I know how much the parents have benefited from that, even their younger ones. This is something that we want to cut off completely. We have an initiative now that we are hoping that it will work. If this keep going, what do you think will happen? How do you now convince the child to say, come and play? He will ask you, what's my future? The moment there's no future about anything, then nobody comes. So we are appealing that the commission should look into the matter and check the number of players and children that have been denied. 36 states, 14 players from each state. Check the number. It's huge. So he should please look into the matter and bring back volleyball.
I'm sure our lady here also, you concur.
Yes.
You want to see volleyball at the National Sports Festival?
There should be volleyball at the National Sports Festival. Volleyball is a very unique game. What it does to players, discipline, moral booster, education, team play, is the only sport that groom players to be future leaders. I think our country, Nigeria, should not toy with that. We should not toy with that.
Quite
we should
important.
look for means to build volleyball more in the country, just as recently it was built in secondary schools. So I think it is a very huge mistake if that has been omitted. And I think we still have the time to correct that notion for volleyball to be put back into the sports festival this year.
Quite interesting. What a way to, round up the interview this morning. I want to thank you most sincerely, for coming. And of course, I do love your initiative. Thank you for all you're doing for volleyball and of course the girl child, in particular. And of course, this is a very good example. And we do hope that so many Nigerians will take a cue from you. And we're wishing you all the best going forward. And even for the rest of the league.
Thank you
Hope
so
you
much.
remain on top to the final day.
Amen. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about QAT.
You're welcome always.
Thank you.
All right, I've been speaking with no other person than the founder and team manager of QAT, Volleyball Initiative, no other person than Amina Abdulmalik. And of course, she came here in company of the coach of the team, the one we call the coachee, Bala Ibrahim. It's been interesting, talking to both of them. They've been telling us about their initiative, which is the Queen Amina, Team Volleyball Initiative. And of course, you can go to the indoor sports hall of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium to see volleyball action. And the team is still very much in action, so you can see them do their thing. All right, you're still watching AM Sports, coming to you on NT Sports 24. At 11, I'll be returning with AM Sports News. Just stay with us.